Last weekend, I watched the Fantastic Four, the new blockbuster movie from Marvel. It's no secret that Marvel has been on a downturn for the past 2 or 3 years, with masterpiece entries such as Captain America: Brave New World, The Eternals, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, the list goes on and on. But with this entry, the Fantastic Four, Marvel really seemed like they were trying something new with the Fantastic Four series. This is definitely not the first time they've tried to do something with this title. Let's not forget about the 2015 rendition with Neiman from Whiplash.
Come a long way since the Garage.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
And then there's the 2005 version with Jessica Alba being Jessica Alba.
There.
Sue, your clothes.
I sound like a 14-year-old, but my boobs are huge.
And even a 1994 version that simply just looks fucking stupid.
Are out to destroy their cosmic power. Find them! And to survive, they must utilize all their strength.
All of these shitty films have led to this moment in time, the 2025 rendition of the Fantastic Four, and I have to say, it's just alright. Hopping right into it, let's talk about the story. I actually liked the angle they took with this film. Instead of having this be an origin story of the Fantastic Four and how they all got their powers, we actually start with them being already established as the Fantastic Four, which helps with pacing and the concepts gone over during the runtime of the film. I definitely enjoyed this aspect. I also like the setting. The movie takes place in a retro-futuristic version of Earth. It's a really nice backdrop for the aesthetic that they were going for, and they really pulled it off well too. See, but the story itself is pretty straightforward and basic. Big enemy go boom boom to planet, so Fantastic Four must fight big man. I must say, this is where my main issue with the story is. Marvel needs to work harder all around to make more compelling conflicts and more compelling villains, because they just really haven't been cutting it recently. A hero is only as compelling as the villain that they're fighting, and this guy, Galactatits, I think his name is the most cookie cutter excuse for a villain. You cannot tell me that Galactatits is not just a Power Rangers villain.
Moving in! My ship will crush what's left of your city!
I found the Silver Surfer to be a more compelling villain than the Power Rangers man, in my opinion. She had a story arc that could be followed at the very least. I don't know, man, I just feel like the story overall is just watchable. After Thanos, I've been starved to see Marvel really make a good villain that actually does something other than twirl their mustache and look fucking stupid. Moving on to the soundtrack, I personally think it was fantastic. See what I did there with it? Because it's called Fantastic. The soundtrack was made by Michael Giacchino. Am I saying that right?
Michael
Sinakina Dodi Chodi.
It has some pretty classic sounding hero-esque soundtracks, as well as the killer Fantastic Four title card cue. That is honestly my favorite track out of them all. The music held its own and did exactly what it was supposed to do. I'm not saying my ears were creaming after the film was over, but it definitely did its job. When it comes to actors and performances, I think they all did really well. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic was a pleasant treat. I liked how Mr. Fantastic in this movie felt like the brains of the operation, as he was in the comics. Then you have Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, my personal favorite, and honestly a crowd favorite. I think that he was the only real person doing things. He was a shoo-in for the favorite spot, you know, because he could fly. You have Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman, a critical character for the story. And then you have Ebon Moss, I'm not going to even try to pronounce his last name,
Sinakina
as the Thing, a less critical part of the story. I don't know, I felt like the Thing just didn't do a thing in this movie. I didn't like that one. I just feel like he didn't do a lot. Then he had this weird romance/friendship with this teacher character that felt pointless. Like, I'm sorry, bro, she's not gonna fuck you, bro. You got a rock for a cock. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, I'm a fan of Ebon in The Bear, so it was actually really cool to see him in this movie regardless. I actually didn't know going into it. Overall, everyone did well. Nothing groundbreaking or particularly memorable, but definitely did the job. Everything in this movie is just did the job, serviceable, watchable. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I do want to talk about the Fantastic Baby for a quick moment. At a certain point in the movie, Invisible Woman has a fantastic baby, and Power Rangers villain tells the Fantastic Four that the baby is special and that he wants to consume the baby. Weird flex, but okay. Anyways, as soon as he said this, a lot of tension in the movie got cut down for me personally. I knew this baby was going to be shamelessly used as an ex machina whenever something bad happened. And of course, by the end of the movie, I can confirm the baby did exactly that. Ex machinas in Marvel movies are not a new thing, I understand that. But when you have one literally burst into the movie and then told to your audience that they can basically do something spectacular and fantastic, then we all know where that's going to go. I didn't enjoy this aspect of the movie, and I would have rather seen the Power Rangers man consume the baby. At the end of the day, this is just another Fantastic Four movie that I most likely won't watch again, and I most likely will forget in 2 to 3 years. I'm not saying it was bad, or I'm not saying it should not have existed or anything like that, but it was just alright. I don't know, man. Well, they'll probably make a Fantastic Four 2 in the next 2 or 3 years, so I'll keep an eye out for that. But until then, you know, add this one to the other list of Fantastic Fours. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next Sunday, man. Fucking Power Rangers villains and baby consuming. Like, what's going on, man? What the writers doing, man?